Hey there, it's Peter from FSP here. I hope you enjoyed our SEAMOSS preparation video. If you haven't yet, check it out. It's in the link below, because today we're doing a little bit of a follow-up on teaching you how to incorporate SEAMOSS or Irish moss into your everyday diet by making a hearty, delicious, and nutritious Thai-infused SEAMOSS noodle salad with a flavorful garlic peanut sauce. Whoo, let's get to it. It's gonna be tasty.
Here we go. First off, let's get started with the ingredients for this Thai-inspired SEAMOSS noodle salad. We have 150 grams of rehydrated SEAMOSS. If you don't know how to prep your SEAMOSS, be sure to watch the past video on that. 1 bell pepper, any color works. I just had a green, so it all works out. Half a cucumber, 2 carrots, and as you see, I like to mix up the color of those. A sprig of Thai basil, 4 stalks of celery, some red and romaine lettuce, and over here I have 1 cup of mixed seeds and nuts. This is a mixture of a half cup of peanuts and 1/4 cup each of sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds. Over here is a small onion and about 5 to 7 shiitake mushrooms. Now I mentioned these ones last because they're actually going to be cooked separately, but let's go ahead and prep the raw veggies for the salad first. As you can see, your prep for the veggies is really just removing the leaves from the stem on the basil, clipping your celery and carrots, skinning your cucumber and onion, and removing the seeds and stem from the bell pepper. First, it's time to cut our lettuce and the remaining veggies. Next, it's going to be the celery, and we're just going to cut this into small ribbons. Next is going to be our Thai basil, cutting it into really small thin strips, very chiffonade-esque. Our bell pepper is going to be cut into long thin ribbons, and look at those. Next is going to be the cucumber, and those are about halved just for some nice bite-sized pieces. And we're going to do the same halving method to cut our carrots as well. As you can see here, you just want to slice the onions and shiitake mushrooms into nice thin strips so they're easy and quick to cook. Now with our SEAMOSS, we're just going to start hacking away at some of the smaller branches to make your noodles. A rough chop will really help this process. Now the texture of the SEAMOSS is like a cooked rice noodle, so just be mindful that it's going to soak up the flavors of the sauce and the veggies really well. And once you get the nice variety of noodles that you like, go ahead and throw those back into the bowl. Our next step is going to be lightly browning our onions before adding the mushrooms, so let's go ahead and get to it. No oil is needed here. Just throw your onions into a non-stick pan on medium heat, and we'll check back in with those when they're brown so we can add those mushrooms. Just be sure to stir occasionally so nothing gets burnt. Now that the onions are browned, we'll go ahead and add our mushrooms and cook things for another minute or 2. Really just until things are softened. And once those onions and mushrooms are done cooking, everything else is already in our big mixing bowl, so it's time to finalize the salad portion of our prep. So we're just going to throw those in here and give it a good mix. Now, if you find some SEAMOSS noodles that are too big for your liking, like this one right here, go ahead and snip that, chop it up, cut it up. It's no big deal. You can't really mess up your salad. It's your salad. And now that that's all mixed together, we're going to go ahead and let these fresh flavors marinate in the fridge before we plate it. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and prep that tasty Thai peanut sauce dressing. Full disclosure, this is going to make you 1 serving to pretty much entirely be used for the salad that we just prepped. So if you're looking to make extra dressing and have it for leftovers, go ahead and double everything that we're about to cover here. Back to the ingredients. We have 4 cloves of garlic, 1 tablespoon of grated fresh ginger, 1 tablespoon of cane or brown sugar, with 1 teaspoon of chili flakes. And in our bowl here, we have a half cup of water and a half cup of peanuts that we blended separately. In our pot, we're just going to add 1 teaspoon of sesame oil combined with 1 teaspoon of chili oil to help the garlic and ginger cook. In a separate bowl, add 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar and 3 tablespoons of low sodium soy sauce. We want to set these aside since everything cooks pretty quick. So let's mince the garlic and grate that ginger. As you see here, everything is ready, so let's go ahead and get our pot heated up on medium while we blend up our peanuts. Now our pan is warming with the oil, so we're going to blend up the peanuts into a very loose peanut butter. If you don't have a NutriBullet, I highly recommend it. They're great for small preps and individualized portions. A link for one is in the description of this video below. As you can see, the sauce is pretty loose, and a lot of that moisture is going to cook out. So let's take all this to the stove and finish this sauce. One of the reasons why you want everything prepped is because it's going to cook really fast. You want to cook this for about a minute until aromatic and then toss in our soy sauce, rice vinegar, sugar, and chili flakes. Bring those to a rolling boil. Once that cooks for about a minute, we're going to add the peanut mixture. Now go ahead and add 1 cup of water to the container for the peanut sauce, and this is going to help us minimize yield loss so we can get all that peanutty goodness. Give it a good stir and mix and bring everything to a light boil, and this will help you cook out any of that raw vinegar taste. I like to add 2 Thai basil leaves split down the middle and add them to the sauce just to add that extra flavor once it starts to get a little bubbly. Now reduce the heat to slightly less than medium, and again, let it reduce for about 2 to 4 minutes. This has reduced for a little bit more than 2 minutes, I'd say 2.5, and we're going to take this off the heat and let it cool slightly before we add it to the salad. If you want this more loose, just add 1 tablespoon of olive oil and give it a good mix as it cools.
It's not too thick. Got a nice little viscosity to it. You got those little pieces of garlic and ginger in there, so they're just going to be really flavor blasters because they're absorbing all those sauces right now.
If you could smell and taste this right now, I mean, I hope you're making this with me so you can taste it yourself, but this is everything we want. The flavors, it's so aromatic, it's so tasty. I can't wait to add this to the salad. So let's go ahead and get to it. Now our SEAMOSS noodle salad is all prepped and plated, and I'm just going to top it off with the sauce. And who am I kidding? I'm not an, oh, let's make this fancy type of eater. I'm just going to dump this on it. I have some seitan prepped for dinner with this, and I want it fully loaded. I'm telling you, this salad is so bomb. It's incredibly addicting too, because it's like having a fresh spring roll with every bite. However, I will say I do love to add some extra chopped peanuts and Thai basil on for a garnish. It'll look great if you're looking for that fancy salad, but I do it for the extra flavor and texture. Now give it a good mix, add the rest of your garnished goods, and there you have it, a delicious, nutritious, and addicting Thai-inspired SEAMOSS noodle salad. Enjoy.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, and if you can, please share and hit the subscribe button. Slam that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content from myself and Full Spectrum Performance. I love you so much. Let someone you know you love them. Take care.
You can't really mess up your salad, it's your salad. It's very Bob Ross-esque in that sense. Just happy little accidents. It's your salad. Do what you want.